Hi everybody, it's FIBO Group and you're watching to the Market Watch review. The major markets of Asia Pacific are advanced except for India and Taiwan. Stoxx 600 in Europe is showing small gains over the second day. Futures for the USA are not much change. The dollar has been weighed down by what appears to be a strong short covering rally on the US debt market. The dollar is generally heavier than the major currencies, with New Zealand and the Swedish Krona being the strongest. Gold is softening, but it's still within yesterday's range. After testing the $104 region, June WTI is starting to pull back. Asian Pacific market. The March employment report for Australia was below expectations. Overall, employment increased by 18,000 rather than the predicted 30,000. At 4.0%, the unemployment rate was stable. Before raising rates, the central bank will wait for wage pressures to increase. The Australian dollar gained support at $0.7400, but it fell to $0.7470 today due to new offers. It is currently supporting the European morning close to $0.7440. Japanese investors have been selling foreign bond for the 10th week in a row. U.S. Treasuries represent their largest holdings, so they were the hardest hit by the divestment. After sliding for 9 consecutive sessions, the yen has stabilized due to the pullback in U.S. yields. The greenback still has support, however, ahead of JPY 125.00. Market of Europe. The ECB meets amid accusations by its first chief economist hissing about its misguided approach to inflation. Last month's preliminary CPI estimate was 7.5% year-over-year. Nevertheless, growth forecasts have been cut. The euro is continuing to recover. Yesterday's buying activity was ahead of $1.08. It was slightly lower than $1.0925 for the 3-day peak. Over the repeated rule-breaking, Johnson's Justice Minister Wolfson was fired. Reports suggest that the Prime Minister will be fined again. These developments have not affected sterling, however. It is continuing yesterday's remarkable recovery. Market of America. Although import prices are increasing faster than export prices, the U.S. trade deficit is on the decline. Weekly jobless claims are reported by the U.S. The recent fall in the number of jobless claims may have been exaggerated by revisions to the seasonal adjustment, but the labor market is still tight. Yesterday, the Bank of Canada announced the anticipated 50 basis point increase. The Bank of Canada also announced yesterday that it will cease recycling maturing proceeds and allow the Bank of Canada's balance sheet to shrink. Today's sale of the US dollar to CAD 1.2540 represents a 50% retracement in the greenback's rally from the April 4th low. That's all for me. Closely monitor the news background and be prepared for all the surprises of the market.